Hey, hey, welcome back. We are once again investigating blueprints. It is the third day. We're still not exactly sure what the title is referring to, other than the fact that we're a prince and we're blue. Dabba dee dabba die. Title could mean anything. Now that we know how the game works, we've got to get. Okay, we want to get from the entrance hall to the antechamber. We draft rooms every time we come to a door, and we have resources in the form of footsteps, which is how many rooms or locations we go to, keys, which can open locked doors if we find them, diamonds, which can open ritzy rooms, and coins, which can be used to purchase things. And, I don't think I've started off going forward yet. That's basically it. So far, if you've not seen the previous episode, it is a kind of Myst-like game. It's Myst-like. Imagine Myst with less plot, somehow, and but an engine that's like Betrayal at the House on the Hill, with item generation and puzzle seeding similar to, I don't know, Sea of Thieves? But there's a lot of stuff going on in this game that I really like. Storeroom would get us a key right off the bat, but there's only one way in and out of the storeroom. The chapel, whenever you enter, lose money. It might be good to discover this room now, because I have no money. Pantry, get 4 money right off the bat. Handy. I'm going to go to the chapel just because it gives us 2 paths. It doesn't give us that back door, but I can't lose money if I don't have it. I wonder if these mean something. I don't know much about about the arcana of tarot cards. The numbers at the bottom of these stained glass windows remind me of those, though. Let's see what's this way. A billiard room, which will have a puzzle, a breaker box, and a hallway. Hang on. Okay. Wait, is the room... Once you have drawn floor plans, you must select one to draft. Okay. Just trying to remember how big the hall is. Okay, good. I was worried that... Suddenly I was worried that it would be like a 3x3 grid, even though I should have remembered that it wasn't. What do you have to say? Sometimes we find these notes. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. We got this note last time. It feels like a useful note, though. Another west wing hall. A nook, which would give us a key. Pantry, which would give us money. We do need to start getting keys and money. I don't like the fact that that wouldn't... I don't like the fact that that would block us off from going further forward. I'm going to take the West Wing Hall still. I'll run the risk of locked doors. Okay. Guest bedroom, 10 footsteps, not bad. A bedroom, whenever you enter this room, you gain 2. Okay. And the parlor, I'll go the parlor. I'll take a parlor puzzle. Alright, last time we were here, the boxes followed a set of rules. These puzzles are one box, at least one box is telling you the truth. At least one box is telling you a lie. And only one box has contents. So we can get a reward of some sort here. This statement appears on another box. The blue box is empty. This statement appears on another box. Okay, so both of those are accurate. So this must be a lie. The blue box is empty. Great. Sorry. I forgot I had an alarm set. Double check. Yeah, always one true statement, one false statement. One box has a prize. Okay. Get the key. Let me... Component of the parlor game. Let me just double check my reasoning here. This statement appears on another box. True. This statement appears on another box. True. The blue box is empty. False. So the blue box must contain something. Wind up the box. Yes. It all starts with this. The jewel containing the ultimate power. That is the teensiest smidgen of a harder puzzle than we got last time. The last puzzle was truly an introductory one. What even was the one last episode? I forget. You can watch it. A closet with 2 items. A den with a jewel. The pantry. Let me think which direction I go in. I went to that one hallway. Forward. I want to say I'm facing north? I don't think I could go through that pantry door. Den. I'll go with a den. Get another jewel containing the ultimate power. No, I was turned around. I can't go that way. Because that's the hallway. Right. Right. Okay. So I'm rank 3. I'm not sure. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if the rank corresponds to, like, how many steps away you are from the entrance hall, or to how deep through the house you are. So chapel hall, because, like, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. It fits both ways. It's almost, but not quite, an academic difference. It all starts with this. A third jewel containing the third most ultimate power. Okay, double check which direction I'm facing. Alright, I am facing north. Nursery, whenever you draft a bedroom, you gain 5 footsteps. Okay, that could be handy. The corridor, which is always unlocked, and a guest bedroom, which gives you 10 footsteps. I want the corridor because it keeps going further. I have yet to run out of footsteps in a day. So far, I've always just wound up locking myself out. So, rank 4 now. Security. View inventory of all items currently in the house. That sounds handy. Spare room, bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2. I've not seen the security room yet. And that sounds... What? A cutscene. We have legs. We have a face? This is a startling development. I thought I was an ageless, faceless, gender-neutral, culturally ambiguous adventure person. But instead, I'm merely a gender-ambiguous, culturally static exploration person. I'm not an Afghan cop. I'm a... Aknapa. I'm an Aknapa instead of an Afghan cop. This is a lot of gravitas for entering a security room. What? That's kind of a slow frame rate on those computers. Whoa. And a microwave! Staff notice. Effective first week of December, payroll for all live out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically, as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call. Doubly important that you do not fail to clock in at one of the electronic computer terminals. 2 of these can be found at security and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns should be directed to Mrs. Babbage. We saw one of those notes in the shop last time. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. This mansion used to have more puzzles in it, but they've removed the requirements for some of the puzzles. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. Ooh. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. Okay. So, okay, I've not seen a keycard security door yet. I don't remember anything that would have been a keycard lock last time. But also, so there's normal lock doors and there's also keycard locks. Who are we as a character? What do these say? A car tape 56? Blue memos are true and red memos are lies. Huh. That's good to know. Blue memos are true, red are lies. Blue is true. Keycard access, security doors more likely to appear. Red are lies. Until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked, and access levers are no longer required to grant it. We need an access lever. We need an access lever. Okay. Alright. Buddy, do you have anything for me? You're turning. Can I interact? No. Can I call? Can I call anyone? It said that I could access the inventory of the house from here. Welcome to Mount Holly Security. Enter. View estate inventory, keycard system, login to network, exit. Okay, we know the password's first letter is S, right? Or it was yesterday. Yesterday. Following is a detailed list of items currently in the house that have yet to be collected. This list will be updated as new rooms are added. 0 fruit, gems, keys, or coins. So, does this exist in case you have... in case you didn't notice something in a room? Or couldn't solve a puzzle, maybe? Keycard system. Security doors are doors within the estate that can only be unlocked with an electronic keycard. Keycard system is currently operational. Okay, keycard system settings. Security level medium. Offline load locked. Security level. Security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. For example, you should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting and 5 to 6 with a high setting. This feels like a trap. Because in terms of gameplay is fun when there's risk and reward. And sometimes a reward of, hey, you can turn off most of the security measures that you'll see later in the game here. That can be an okay reward for a game, but it also feels like it would remove the ability to do something. It might be a situation where there's like more rewards in the room if you go on high. I'm gonna confirm setting. Okay. Let's see what low does for now. Return login to network, terminal password. Sinclair. Incorrect. Okay. Exit. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. That looks like an S. I can imagine that being the word Sinclair, but I really can't tell. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to bring a notepad with me. I need to bring a notepad for next time. Okay, so we've set the secure... Wait, 1 star. Now that's interesting, because I found a star the last time I played on day 2 when I drafted an observatory room. And it said you get a star for every observatory you draft. I assumed that meant how many observatories you draft per time you've played. But if you get an observatory every time you play, that could be significant. That could be interesting. I don't know what you do with star. Maybe the number of stars you get determines how complicated the constellations can be. Because there was a book of constellations, and it showed stars with, like, different levels of rewards that you can get, depending on the nature of the stars any given day. And maybe you need... No, not yet. That was an accident. Woo! Okay, 43 steps to go. Don't blow it. A garage with 3 keys. 3 keys sounds good. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take 3 keys. This is where we keep the Studebaker. Ooh. Now that's interesting. These 3 keys are hanging right here. I'll grab them now and hang them off my ear. Field and fountain, moor and mountain. Then we'll drive right out of here. Oh, keys of wonder, keys of light. Hello? Interesting. What does that do? Can I open this? I don't think I can. That looks like a puzzle I'm gonna have to think about. Okay. Probably can't solve this puzzle right now, but good to know. Well, we got more keys. And we still have a diamond. Furnace. You're more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. I don't know if I want that. Breaker box and a bedroom. Ugh. Whenever you enter this room, game 2. It doesn't look like the furnace has any other ways out. I'm not sure if red rooms do anything useful, apart from status effects like that. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2. Red rooms always feel like they're a little dangerous. That might be the point. Greetings from Reddington. We found this room yesterday, was it? Reddington. Top hat on the side. Alright, we're backtracking just a little. We're in rank 5. This door's locked. Okay, use a key. Commissary. Items for sale. Spare room. Spare room, I guess. Yep. Not a lot here. When I own this house, I'm going to turn this into an arcade. Guest bedroom and a nook. Nook. And I can't go that way because the den is in the way. All right. Well, we've made some good progress here. Ah, yes, a recommendation to have a scrap of paper with you. At least I have another key. Let's backtrack. A bedroom. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2. You can't farm that, can you? Let me think. If I have 3 and I step out, I lose 1. But then I step back in and lose 1 and gain 2. Okay, so you can't really farm it because you would... You're giving up... If you step back and forth through the door, you would be losing footprints at the same rate that you gained them. You might be able to do something interesting with a trick like that. But... Alright, so this room is blocked. This space is blocked off from us. We need to go back to the chapel. Wow, that's a lot of backtracking. Okay. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 +2, because we took a nap. Go through the corridor. Zip, zip, zap, zip, zippity zap. Because of the way I've been doing this, there's only one way to go. West Wing Hall, rank 2. Was the note that the... Was the note that the West Wing doors are more likely to be locked in red? Does that mean the East Wing is more likely to be locked? I'm going to go this way just because we haven't done it yet, and because, again, I've yet to actually run out of... Ooh, 4 money, 4 items. Is that a trap door? Let me explore. No, it's just an ottoman. Okay. I thought it was a trap door, but it's an ottoman. Money. Oh, that's almost as good as 3 money. 1, 2, 3. It all starts with this. A 4th gem containing the 4th most ultimate power. But curses, I've given away the other 3. Is that all? Did each of those 3 coins count as 1 object? Should I run back to security? Oh, wait, no. 5 gems containing the 5th most ultimate power. In that, if the coins count as 1, so either I have picked up 3 items or 5 items. Are you an item? 10 footsteps. 10 footsteps from that cupcake. No wonder it cost a gem to come into this room. Alright, well, there's no other way out of here, but this still feels like it was a good all-around investment of time and resources and whatnot. I've got coins now. I think I'm okay not going to the chapel. Commissary, items for sale. If memory serves, I don't have enough items. I don't have enough money. Closet. Depending on how that's oriented, that door might be bricked off. I don't know if I need to think about it in terms of it being north to south, or if it always rotates it a weird way. Like, if I come in through this door on the right here, then that door would be good for me. But if I come in through this door on the bottom, which I assume, then... then that door would be bricked off. Should I do that just to know? I'm going to go to the closet and get some items. Ooh, it's a little cramped in here. It all starts with this. A 6th gem containing the 6th most ultimate power. Is the umbrella an item? The sleeping mask. We got this. I got this on the first playthrough, and I blocked myself out of continuing so quickly that I barely had any chances to use the sleeping mask. Okay. Red memo. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. And that's a false note, because it's written in red. Let's lose the money. Okay. A dark room. Breaker box. Storeroom. I guess dark room, because it offers some options. Yeah. Gem requirement and gem requirement. Okay. Oh, the drawing room. I think last time I was here, it said that you could redraft in this room for free because you're drawing. Drawing. Each time you click on a drawer, you will draw 3 floor plans from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items in rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options. Okay. Let's really get a sense for which direction we're facing. Okay. We want something that will point us back north. A rank 1 drawing room. Commissary, items for sale, billiard room, breaker box, billiard room. I didn't solve the puzzle on this door last time. Okay, alright. I remember last time I played this, 16 was highlighted instead of 14. Plus, minus, times, divide. Are we trying to get 14 as the answer? Is that, like, our target? Is our target supposed to be 0? No. If your last operation is division, you can only get 0 if you... Doesn't really work easily with what we got here, I think. You can't get 0 from dividing, can you? No, because if you're dividing something, there's always something left over. And you can't divide by 0. That's an indefined number. 0 can be divided, right? But we don't have 0 here, so it doesn't matter. Plus, minus, times, divide. It says it on both. Is the number of darts a clue? 1 and 3? Or is that just scenery? Plus, minus, times, divide. Let's try this one more time. 14. This would be wild if this is what it was, but what if it's like you start with 14, but the goal is to get to 10? Because that would make each of the small things plus, minus, times, divide. How do you get to 14 to 10 if you do that? need to stop setting alarms for myself. I'm going to mull over that. That's probably another... Hang on. I'm going to take a screenshot of this because... I want to mull over this when I'm not actively playing. This is one of those... It's one of those Myst-style puzzles. Okay, double check. We are on the easternmost wall. Rank 1 billiard room. This will determine what's in the dark room. Oh, no. No. Are we locked? Does this... Are we bricked? I think we might be bricked. Maybe. We went... No, we went through both doors in the security room. Yeah, I think we're bricked. Well, dang it. I'm going to give another look at the utility closet. I looked at this yesterday. Is this the same? Gymnasium, darkroom, garage. Garage off. On. Keycard entry system. Off. Vac indicators? What do you do? What happens if we turn the darkroom on? Let's find out. The lights remain on. I wonder if turning the darkroom on gets rid of... Oh. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. That's the orchard outside. It's got a heart on it. Okay, interesting. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. We should probably go take a look at this orchard since we've bricked things. Is there anything else? Huh. It's kind of a ghostly quality to that. Wait. Okay. I almost thought she was smiling in the red one at first, but I guess not. Oh, look. Working at a computer. Is that Mrs. Babbage? What is going on here? So, wait. Okay, difference in photographs. Okay, they're not different, they're just focusing more. I cannot read that. That is so blurry. Okay, another look at that. Another look at that. And another look at that. All of this stuff feels really significant in a way that I'm not sure if it is or not. I have to imagine some of it is. But how do I tell which is? Alright, do I have... I just hit M trying to get a map. Gotta go through this stupid chapel again. We gotta go to the garage and see if turning on the electricity in the garage did anything meaningful. I hope so. Security room, rank 5. Yeah. Yes. The west path in the grounds. I want to go up that ladder. Generic ladder going up along the side of the house. Huh. This is a lovely estate. Huh. Oh, just look at the polygons in that rock. Oh, listen to that oboe. Or maybe a jazz clarinet. You know, this is a fun reward. I really thought that I had bricked myself from progressing any further in this particular day, but it's nice to get another little reward here in the form of just a little more territory to explore. You know, like, it's not more of the house, but you get more environment, and that's really your primary reward in an adventure game. Your reward is more game. Your reward is more chance to explore. And while this isn't exploring the house, this is a really fun consolation prize. Interesting. Your plinth is a little rocky there. Wooden log. Can I open this gate from this side? I couldn't open it before. Yes! I could have just reached through and done that. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent changes do not reset each day. We've made progress. We've made progress. We're not done with the day yet. We've got more grounds to explore. Just where that electricity wire could go anywhere. Oh. Thank goodness for invisible walls. I would have gotten my trousers absolutely soggy. Another bird bath. I should get a bird bath. Can I go through here? Trading post, items for trade. Tool shed, 2 special items. Shelter. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms you draft. Alright. I'm interested in knowing what a special item is. Shelter protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms you've drafted. I've got a feeling I'm not going to be doing much more drafting today. Does that affect... Would that effect carry over to the next day? Or when it says the next 3 rooms you draft, does that end it? Okay, my assumption is that when you draft the shelter, the protection from red room effects will end when the day ends. That is my assumption. You deal out 1 deck of cards, and every day you reshuffle it. But this game is just sneaky enough that it might do the really satisfying thing of letting me protect myself from an effect. So I'm going to take the shelter as an exploratory move here, even though I know the day is about to end, just so that I can be a little more clear on the mechanics. I've got a feeling I'll have more opportunities to figure out what a special item is later. Let's see what the shelter gives us. Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. People were prepared for something. That's a computer. A time lock safe. What time are you open? I don't know if you can hear all those sirens that are going out outside. Wow, that's a lot of sirens. You can probably hear that. Alright. Wait, that's not... That's in-game. Okay. Okay, so, time lock safe. Yesterday, when I played the first time, I got to the dining room, and it said that the dining room has dinner served when rank 8 is reached. Is time of day determined by the rank through the house? And if so, what rank is the time lock safe open during? Or is this just a thing that's like you get to the end of the game and hey, enough time has passed? It's a good question. Remain where you are for now. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow, we've agreed with your plan and have disabled remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Regardless of the danger, I am still not willing to risk removing shelter from the draft pool while the 3 of you are down there. Our best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. Given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow. Disabled remote access to the other terminals. Sealed the network mainframe. This is 1993, right? When did the Berlin Wall fall? Is this... What country are we in? Sinclair. Have we been told what country we're in? The guy's name is Sinclair, right? Sinclair's not really a Russian name. Is this relating to some... Is this relating to some real-world historical event that I don't know about? Is it related to the Berlin Wall falling? The fall of communism in the Soviet Union? The Red Guard? Or is this an alternate history thing, where something weird is happening in the world? Man, I don't know. I don't know. Oof. We need game theory to get working on this. It said remain here for now. It would be interesting if you had the option of sleeping here. Welcome to Mount Holly Bomb Shelter. Time lock save. Shelter's time lock save can be accessed by setting the unlock date and time. You can use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Set the unlock date. I don't know what today's date is. Is it my real life day and time? I'm not going to be here in an hour, but maybe I should set it for, like, tomorrow. Tax day. When will I be playing? Probably afternoon. Probably before work. Maybe I might be playing tonight. Okay, I'm gonna gamble, actually. Back. Time lock safe. Set the day and time. I'm gonna set it for tonight. In case I'm playing tonight. It'll remain unlocked for 4 hours. So, okay, if I unlock it at 1 a.m., it should stay open until 5 a.m. That should be... If I play tonight, that should be more than enough time to check on it. Especially since the West Gate is unlocked now. So yeah. Must be at least 1 hour in advance. Confirm. April 14th. No. I forgot how time worked for a second. Set unlock date. It has to be tax. It has to be on what is, legally speaking, tax day. It's still tonight. Confirm. April 15th, 1 a.m. Press enter to return to the main menu. A measurement of the radiation levels detected in the house and surrounding grounds. Readings are often spiked by the experiments conducted in Mount Holly's laboratory. If the reading is 12 USV or higher, emergency protocol will initiate and all doors in the house will automatically unlock. Okay. Okay, so... if we need something to just trigger an absolute unlocking, we need to trigger high radiation. What's the current radiation measurement? That doesn't look very high. 0.8 USV. It's 0.8. I take it that's standard background. We need 12. Okay. Log into network. Sinclair. Okay. We'll figure out that password one of these days. This is all very interesting. Let's do one more quick thing. Guys, I am so thrilled that I bricked this exploration day. Wow. Wait. Make a wish with a coin. Okay, my first thought was that the rings of this were similar to the rings on the dartboard, and maybe I could do something with that, but make a wish. Okay. Make a wish with my last coin of the day. Is that all? I don't know if that did anything, but I loved it. If making a wish does something... Mysterious South Mountain. That doesn't appear... That's not real lifetime. I thought for a second that it was going to do one of those clever things where it's like the clock of the computer, but... not to, I always feel guilty when I make birds run away like that. Can I go in here? No. I'm glad I explored a little. I'm more glad now that I took the time to explore yesterday. Private drive on the grounds. Is the campsite. See, this looks like a bomb shelter. But it's not. Where's that orchard? It was around here somewhere. Right? Did I pass it? No? No, it's just, Have I been down there? Have I already gone down that way? Yes, I went down this way yesterday because I saw the footpath. And over here's the compass rose, right? Yes, the compass rose looking at South Mountain. Right, the very dark passageway that got me to turn up the lighting. And the incredibly boarded up passage. If I find a hammer, the hammer is probably going to be used for something like that. Where is the orchard? I know it's around here somewhere. There it is. I was so close to it already. Okay. This orchard... I didn't notice this before. I've not noticed any strings of numbers. I could brute force this, but I'm not going... Wait, you know what? I'm going to try 1993, just because that's the year it is. Okay. Alright. I've got to start looking, keeping my eyes out for strings of 4 numbers. Or I could just brute force it. That is an exercise, however, that I believe is best suited for another day. Well, let's take stock of everything we've learned today. Permanent Editions, Westgate Path. Outer room shelter. Okay, outer rooms. The shelter. A blueprint, a dead end, and an outer room. Rarity, unusual, drafted one time. An underground bunker located away from the main house. This fallout shelter was designed specifically for air raids. Features thick walls made from lead and other materials intended to block radiation. A computer terminal within has been connected to the house's network system should an emergency necessitate remote access. Red rooms. Okay, looks like we've seen most of the red rooms then. Lavatory. A room one might go to great lengths to avoid, showing guests despite them always probing for its location. Standard, I've drafted it once. Chapel. Private sacristy, as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate, is watched over by 8 Agiran angels depicted in stained glass. Agiran? This room was more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. That is true. I wouldn't mind having my own private chapel. Maid's chamber. Typical example of the accommodations for the live-in staff of the estate. It appears this particular bedroom belongs to one of the maids. Red room, bedroom, unusual, one time. Dark room. Room dedicated to photo processing, development, and printmaking. The room is outfitted with safe lights, which provide red illumination, to which the photographic material is insensitive. However, due to a faulty installation, the safe lights often overload their circuit capacity and blow a fuse. Can't see the floor plans while drafting in this room. Gymnasium. Whenever you enter gymnasium, lose 2. Okay. Half-court intended for basketball and racquetball, which is seldom used by anyone apart from the junior staff during their lunch hour. At least they did before Mrs. Babbage disallowed the practice after noticing how worn-out staff members were after a game. Okay. Alright, so I'm here, and I still feel like there should be something done at the campsite. Okay. Is that a doll? Little stuffed animal? Okay. Who am I? I didn't want to ask that question, but who am I? Well, this is very close to the end of when I should be recording. I need to start getting ready to go to work, but I've not forgotten the red room thing, so I'm going to do another quick call it a day. To find the rooms of the estate as well as your current inventory have been reset. Call it. I'm going to just see what I can sprint through in like 15 minutes. And see if I'm protected from red rooms. I don't think I will be. But on the off chance that I am, that is very useful knowledge to have. Mount Holly, a charming cottage. Total rooms 19, rank reached 5, steps taken 50, items found 1, new rooms 4. Okay. A charming cottage. Save and continue, even though it's a bad idea because I've got some shopping I want to do. Day 4. I love that effect. It's such a simple thing, but I love it. The doorway is stained glass as well. That's kind of interesting. I don't think there's a set timetable for the number of days that you have, but we'll see. Boudoir, chapel. I don't have any money yet to lose. Whenever you enter chapel, lose 1. I'll go better. And we get +2. And we'll move on to corridor is always unlocked. Grab the coins. And a couple new footsteps, I wager. Let's see if we were right. 3 footsteps as predicted from when we read yesterday. Yeah. There's no in-game reward for us doing that math in the previous episode, but I'm glad that it paid off. And the den. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a diamond. Diamond, that's the front room? Yep, that's the front room. It all starts with this, a jewel containing the blah blah blah. Observatory. Okay. So now, is it permanent? We have 2 stars. North Star gives you 1 gold. The twins, 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. Let's see if we can get the twins. You are already positioned. Very well. The twins, yes. A pair of chests has been added to the entrance hall. Nice. I kind of love this mechanic. Well, let's go see what those chests are. Then we'll come back here. Do 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 do. Locked. Also locked. Fine. My stars are at 2. Okay, that seems to confirm what we were thinking. Courtyard has a gem requirement, but I have no gems. Spare room. Corridor unlocked. A storeroom, which would give me a key. But I'll go with the corridor. With this game is, I half expect to see someone watching me out of a window at some point. Greenhouse, you're more likely to draw green rooms when drafting. That's not bad. I want a nook. I can't afford that green room anyway. Nook, nook, book, banana, fana, fofo, me, my, modak. No. Parlor. I'll play your parlor game. So whatever room I draft, we can't pick something with a far away from us door. The gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. They agree. The gems are in this box. So why lie? The gems are not in this box. Gems are not in the white box. So lie. True. Okay. If that is a lie, then that must also be a lie, and that would mean this is also true. If this is true, then this is a lie. So it's either the blue box or the black box? I guess it depends. The gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box, which is the white box. The gems are in this box. Is this really a case where so you just have to guess with this one, but you can narrow it down? Or is there something about it that I'm not missing? Can I walk through these? Interesting. The gems are... Never really looked at the fireplace. I'm spending too much time on this. The gems are not in the white box. Gems are not in this box. Let's double check the specific wording of the rules. Always at least one box which displays only true statements. At least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within, the other two are always empty. But are they always solvable? I'm going to go with... Okay, wait, hang on. If this is true, what does that mean? Okay, if this is true and what if this is true and the other two are not lying? Well, except this one couldn't be lying if that was the case. I'm gonna try opening this one. Okay. I shouldn't have spent so much time on that. Ooh. Not great, but I guess we gotta go hallway, even though that door will probably be locked. Yeah. As anticipated. We've not found many red rooms that we want. Okay, we've got money now. Let's see if we're protected. No, we're not. Okay. So the bunker rule does not carry over to a new day, which is good information. And that would go to the bedroom, but it is locked. And dang it, we're going to have to come back this way, aren't we? Unless we find another way back down to the entry room. Passageway requires 2 gems. That looks handy. This is a creepy, claustrophobic room. Wow. That is just... I love it. That is... I keep hitting M for map, and that's not how this game rolls. Okay. Coat check. Check one item and retrieve it on another day. Okay. We'll go with the dark room. I like a little random chance. Aw, dang it. It's a security lock. The security door is locked by electronic keycard. You. Furnace room? You are more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. No! Okay, this is bad. I think I've already bricked myself, unless I find a keycard. I guess I gotta look for a keycard. Yeah. Aquarium is every color of room, but I don't have a gem. Laboratory, experimental house features, but I don't have a gem. And a gymnasium. Whenever you enter, you lose 2 footsteps. Well, I'm already bricked, so I don't know if I like using that term for it, but it feels like such a good term. Kind of wish there was a basketball minigame, but that's probably beyond the scope of this program. Courtyard has a gem requirement. Guest bedroom. Lavatory. Why not? I don't think there's anything in here. Okay. You know, that's an interesting arrangement for a bathtub. Was that kind of thing more common in days of yore? Having, like, the faucet along the long side of a tub instead of the short side? There's only one more way to go. Bird boat. I can't shake the feeling that those paintings are going to be important. That brick almost looks like it's designed to be pulled out or something. Weight room. Lose half of your footsteps. I'm dead anyway, so... Yep. Just in case there's anything interesting here. Alright. The boudoir. Go check. I don't think I have any items, but... Unless I can check a key. Can I check a key? Does a key count as an item? Is it an item or a resource? Code check. Okay. Check item. You do not currently have any unique items that can be checked. Okay. That's fair. Alrighty. Do-do-do-do-do. Run back out of the house. Do-do-do-do-do. Lose a little more money. Give a little tithe. Who collects the tithe in a house like this? I've never run out of steps before. Why don't we try that? 2, 1, 0. I'm out of steps. You've used your footsteps and must now call it a day. You've pushed yourself to the very edge of exhaustion. You must now return to your campsite to get some rest. You can continue your search tomorrow, however the house might be a little bit different. Okay, so we know what it looks like when you use up all your steps now, and we know that red rooms do not... we know that the effects of special rooms won't carry over to the next day, or at least the effect of the... whatchamacallit does, the shelter. So, with that, I think that's a really great time to Mount Holly, the Red Cottage. I do like that I do like that name. I think I had the Red Cottage before, and it also had the observatory then. So I wonder if the Red Cottage always has an observatory. Well, regardless, thank you so much for watching this video. This is great. And this time, I didn't resize things midway through, so you weren't stuck with a video where you could only watch 30% of it like last time. Oh boy. Well, I am loving this game so much. Thank you for watching it, and I'll see you next time. I try to unravel the mysteries of blueprints. Who knows what the main name means? I certainly don't.